Hello and welcome back to more Saturday by Night. We are finally ready for our main game here. So welcome.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hi all.
Good evening, friend.
And just in case you forgot who you're with, this is the Story Speakers Guild, and we are very excited to come together for the big vote. We'll find out whether James Garrett is going to join the council or not tonight.
If he does, I just proved I'm hungry, so
Did you already roll your rouse check?
yes.
I
Critical
guess
fail.
you all
Nice.
should also roll yours, but you wake up very hungry, Joseph, the beast. Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
Two crit fails, and then you go right back to winning, Jessica. So Joseph the Beast whispers at you, "That bastard! We gotta feed so we can crush him." And let's see, Father Torin, you wake up, but the beast is also scratching at your stomach, and you just hear, "Feed, feed! It's time to eat." The rest of you are not any more hungry than you were the night before.
Man, it feels like weeks since I failed a rouse check.
So, it's the night of the big vote. You guys have mostly all had a chance to talk to somebody important about how you feel about this whole thing. But Joseph, in particular, reached out to somebody to try to sway somebody's vote. So, Joseph, you've been waiting for this call back rather impatiently, and you finally get the call. So your phone starts ringing. You look at the blanking on words that I want, caller ID, and it is Anita calling you.
Alright. I will pick up my phone that I have been anxiously looking at. Anita, I've been waiting.
Yeah, I know, Joseph. It's been busy, though. Believe me, I haven't forgotten what you asked, though. Unfortunately, it's just a lot of issues lately. Not everybody is exactly my fan.
That's true.
I think you can actually understand my complaints maybe more than others. I think I've heard you complain about Veronica before yourself.
Yep, the faker. Though if you want, just remind her she's my bitch and it won't be a problem.
I'm afraid it won't be that simple.
Any moment you want the trigger pulled.
Oh no, I don't need to resort to that. Anyway, I was calling about the favor you asked of me with Cardius. Um, I told you we have kind of a complicated relationship, so it's been trying. Um, but I'm pretty excited to tell you I am pretty sure I convinced him to vote as you prefer.
Ah, I'm glad to hear it. Consider your boon paid. Because that's what I told her I trained the boon for, right?
Yeah. Um, so after you say
No.
that, go ahead, Torin.
Sorry, the boon was if you put him in contact with the Banu Haki.
Oh. So never mind, retcon that.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I don't
Good
always have a
catch.
chance to get down a note on every agreement that's made, so I would honestly prefer that you guys have some notes and will catch me if I mix things up or anything like that. So no worries at all.
Part of
So
me died helping Joseph, though. I'm just saying.
What did I do to you, Father Torin?
Nothing yet.
Anyways, I'm still working on your other request. That one is it wasn't quite as time sensitive as this one, so it took a little bit of a backseat.
Of course. If it helps, you can tell them I can pay.
Oh, that will help.
As a matter of fact, tell them I have something very rare that they'll definitely want for payment.
Okay, well, I'm glad I brought it up again then. I was trying to figure out how I was going to convince them to have a chat with you when they don't know you at all. But I'll let you know as soon as I have a contact for you. Things going okay for you?
Same shit, different day.
Big vote is tonight, right?
Yeah, hopefully it goes well.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of the clans going back and forth. I'm pretty sure Sun is gonna vote yes no matter what his clan says. He's too tied up with Garrett. I don't know exactly what his personal stake in all of it is, but I don't think that the Malkavians are going to unite enough to actually sway him from whatever is going to benefit him the most. So I know there's at least one yes there. I would have counted Critias as a yes as well if we hadn't convinced him, just because he is all about having a little bit more of a democratic approach to all of this. But as far as the other three, I'm not too sure. I'd imagine that that one that you travel with, the singer, she'll probably have a big sway on how the Toreador one votes.
Provided that she actually provided her with anything useful. So far, I've only heard her utter a few words.
Yeah, but if she doesn't hear anything that's going to, strongly sway her, away from voting for it, I don't know. She might vote yes. But I guess we'll find out soon enough, huh?
We will indeed.
You're gonna be there tonight?
And miss this event?
Alright, I'll see you there then. I just didn't want to have this discussion in Elysia.
Of course.
I'll see you later, Joseph.
Goodbye. He hangs up.
She also hangs up. So, all of you have, a couple hours before the big meeting is going to start. Is there anything special anybody is doing, or is everybody just kind of getting ready and heading over to Elysium?
I have an out of character question.
Yeah. What's up?
With the hunger dots, when does it become impossible to fight off the hunger?
I believe at about 4, you're in a lot of trouble, and at 5, I believe, is when you're at or can't control yourself anymore.
Okay, so I'm still okay with 2 dots.
Yeah. And that's what I was kind of saying earlier, is like, just because you have a couple dots of hunger doesn't mean that it's like a cause for panic and you need to go eat right away. It's more when you start getting like towards 3 that you have to kind of be like, oh, maybe I should take care
Yeah, I
of
just
this.
didn't want to waste time on a feeding if I didn't need to.
The biggest risk to you right now is either a messy critical or a bestial failure.
Really? That's the biggest risk to him?
Well, no, the biggest risk to him are all the vampires around him, but
But yeah, having, 2 hunger, it's going to be pretty common for a lot of vampires because, unless you're killing regularly, like some people, Bob, you're always going to have 1 hunger.
I should point out, every time you kill someone, you're supposed to lose humanity, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell Bob to be docking humanity. So I think you need to lose at least a couple humanity, Bob. At least 2 that I can think of.
And
2?
yeah, 2. And if you hit 0, you become an NPC.
I will also remind you, Bob, that, every time that you're doing that, you are technically putting the Masquerade at risk. It's not something the Camarilla exactly loves.
My humanity didn't drop because the bastard I killed deserved it.
No,
Or if you
yours
accidentally...
dropped too. I just forgot.
If you kill someone on accident, it doesn't drop, but you get a stain to your humanity.
But I think his wasn't really an accident. Like, he was trying to get rid of that guy.
Well, mine were accidental because I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm not accepting that.
I didn't know I was killing that person that I agreed I was gonna kill! Curses!
I
No,
am specifically asked you guys every time if you plan to drain them.
No, I didn't know I'd lose humanity. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Well, too bad. You two know the tenets of the Camarilla, so...
Damn it. So how do I get my humanity back?
The method to get your humanity back is to create touchstones and roleplay connections to touchstones.
No, he comes to a confessional and confesses to Father Tor, and I absolve him of it with a hefty amount of money that he gives me to do so.
Okay, that's a step he can take, but in the end, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like his method.
Me
Doesn't
too.
seem like so much work.
I mean, I can give him a stone in there to touch.
Oh, great! So now we've got a priest who's going into confessional, being like, "Touch the holy stone."
Yep,
I need an adult.
it's rock hard.
I really, really need an adult.
I'm getting you into the pews.
So, Ryan and I were just reading over the rules, you actually have just gotten 2 stains on your humanity.
Ah, it's only stains. Okay.
Yeah, it only shifts in response to actions of major story significance, such as embracing a new child, damage to a touchstone, and so forth. The more usual corruptions and deformations of the character's humanity can cause stains on their humanity track. If too many stains build up without repentance, Bob, or redress, Bob, a character's humanity might drop.
Might.
So if you feel bad about your actions, you can make a remorse roll at the end of the session and get rid of 1 stain. I think it is per session.
Like I said, come to the confessional. Be remorseful.
Ooh, thunderstorm! Yay! If I suddenly die, probably got hit by lightning.
Yeah, so you roll a number of dice equal to how many stains you have. If you have at least 1 success, they have suffered enough guilt, shame, or regret to retain their current humanity and remove all stains. If it results in no successes, the beast has won, and the character must lose 1 point of humanity and then remove all stains. So how much humanity do you have, Bob? How many, filled boxes versus empty?
6.
6
Yeah.
filled?
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So...
So since
Okay.
the other one was last session, do you want me to roll a remorse?
I mean, it's up to you if you want to roll a remorse. You don't have to roll a remorse. It's
Also-
a choice. There's also a mechanic where, if you just never decide that you're going to be remorseful, that's why I was asking about how many empty boxes you have. If you get more stains than empty boxes, you become impaired as you are overcome with regret. And you take 1 point of aggravated willpower damage for each stain that could not fit in the open boxes. And there's a little bit more detail there, but I don't want to read all of it. Oh, look at you. You're sorry for killing those ditzy drunk girls. They didn't deserve it. So you can clear out those stains.
So,
But I will just remind you that doesn't necessarily mean that, nobody ever has or could find out about what you did.
Okay, but I'm really sorry.
so
Yeah.
retroactively for me, I have Purity of Remorse as one of my clan thingies. So I will never roll with less than 2 dice.
Oh, okay. Well, are you remorseful of killing that dude? I don't know that you would be.
Not in the sense that I killed him, but the circumstances that required me to exact divine judgment upon him. Maybe that's what I'm remorseful towards, that humanity sucks so bad.
I'm not sure
That's
that would
not
count.
remorse.
I tried.
It's justification.
Remorse, justification, same difference.
No.
That feeling when the crazy lady is more human than half the party.
So I should technically lose a humanity spot for killing that dude.
Just
So-
stained it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if this sheet has that effect. Let me try here. Ooh.
So you can cross them out. So
Yeah, so you can click to put a slash through the box, and you want to do that in one of your empty boxes.
Okay. I have a stain.
Yes.
I didn't
Yes.
use a sock properly.
ooh.
I forget, has anybody else killed anybody that I've forgotten about?
Only a vampire.
I stuck my finger in a vampire. And then bathed in his blood. I'd be
Yeah, we've really had some interesting adventures around here. Oh, hold on 1 minute. You guys go ahead and talk to each other.
So yes. Hi, people.
So is this vote going to be open ballot or?
It's just going to be the people in charge voting. We're not voting.
Oh, even better.
We influence what they vote for, except probably in my case.
Well, nobody even asked my opinion.
Nobody cares about your. Oh no. I'm pretty sure your opinion was asked by the prince. No, that didn't happen.
No.
Sorry about that. Had to step away for a second.
No problem.
Alright, so I think we have ironed out our humanity issues. Is there anything, anybody, or any other questions or anything else that anybody is doing before the meeting occurs?
I mean, I try to hook up with, not hook up as in sexual encounter, but, meet up with people. Probably Joseph. He's the one I get along with best.
I forget, are you a phone user?
Yes, I'm a phone user.
So are you calling him or like just showing up at his place? What do you think?
I'll call him first.
I answer.
Alright.
Yelling out the window, Joseph doesn't.
Yo, Joseph! Hello!
Jessica.
Yeah, it's me. So big vote tonight. I hear probably something like that.
Yep, they're about to vote for that asshole James Garrett.
Lovely. So should I swing by and talk to you? Because that seems like a thing to do.
Of course. I would
Oh,
love
lovely.
to discuss this with you.
Cool, we can go together. Yay! I don't know how I'm clapping and holding a phone at the same time, but let's do this.
Just got a servant on the other side with the other hand.
So yeah, she'd hang up and head over.
Alright.
I forget. Well, I don't forget, but well, I don't remember specifically. Joseph, you live like way out in the burbs, don't you?
I do live in the burbs.
So she's because I believe you, Jessica, live in the city. Yes.
That one bar, the gold area.
The Gold Coast.
Yeah, I'm like right next to Victor.
That's right. Which is actually really great because the person as I was reading through, the person that you guys were asked to investigate also lives on the Gold Coast. So it's fine if you want to continue to do this because I know you're a Malkavian and may not necessarily plan things the way that people typically do, but we'll warn you that you are essentially going way out of the city to go see Joseph and then way back into the city.
Yeah, no, I'll just send a helicopter to pick him up.
Okay, yeah, that works.
He lives in the city area. Just land on the street, ignore helicopter laws and all that. Just bring him here.
Alright, so you're hanging out with Joseph. Are you guys heading to Elysium? Are you trying to gather up everybody, or did you just want Joseph?
I figured I would get Joseph and then plan from there with Joseph, so I'm not sure.
Well, plan away then.
I'd head to Elysium once I got up, since I know we have to be there.
Did you make a rouse check?
let me do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you just came back, so I need your rouse check. Thank you, Devil.
Yeah, you had to remind me, didn't you?
Yeah.
I know, I'm just picking on Devil.
Don't pick on me. I pick back, and I'm a Malkavian.
Yeah, I know. I should be careful of that, shouldn't I?
I took the merit where I can respond to OOC.
Oh boy. That a successful rouse. I do not get hungry.
Yeah, you were very successful. So as you wake up, you don't feel any more hungry than you were the night before.
Jessica, once she gets in touch with Joseph, will look over and say, "So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that there is a bad situation with this new Primogen thing, but I'm also pretty sure that Malkavians are going to be like, yay, new guy!"
You're saying this to me, right?
Yep.
I think it's a problem too.
Do more than think. Do more than think. Do more than think. I'm seeing bad things in the future for us.
What are you seeing?
Well, I had something involving the crown and a lot of people reaching for it.
Your visions predict a coup.
Or something.
Interesting. Anything else?
Not sure I trust Sun.
Why is that?
He's a bit cold, a little bit calculating, and he didn't like my feels.
Then you're on to something.
Well, I didn't have any medication, but I suppose I could be on something.
No, he knows you're on to him, I bet.
Oh, probably. The, things didn't exactly go the way he wanted, I think. Maybe, possibly. There was this really, really loud voice that shall not go named that was not saying the things he wanted said. And by shall not go named, they left the name Nom de Plume, so...
Interesting. Another thing to take into question here is that the Primogen Council hasn't even finished filling its ranks among the different clans. Yet they're calling for the Caitiff to come to power?
The timing is interesting, and I know a thing or two about timing.
We'll have to keep our eyes on it then. I'm not looking forward to impending doom. I've seen it once.
Well, welcome back to Impending Doom!
Well, on the bright side, at least I have you on my side, Jessica.
For now, I mean, if you start going all crazy-eyed, no one knows. But yeah, I like you. You're cool. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders. Let's keep it that way.
I agree.
But yeah, happy to help out as long as that's the way time flows, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some actions I do that might not seem like they're helping at some point. But I'm here for the greater good. Maybe? Maybe I'm the best good that anyone's ever had, though. Who knows? I might
It's
be
quite
evil.
Possible. Perhaps
Am I
it's
evil?
both.
Can I be both good and evil at the same time? That's new.
Yes. Have you ever read Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde?
I have not.
Well, if you get a chance, it tells a lot about the duality of man.
Well then, I'll have to get it on audiobook or something.
You could always check YouTube.
That might be a good thing. I'll have one of my servants do that, though. I try to stay loosely away from phones.
Of course.
So, shall we pick up other people? Do we use the helicopter again? I love helicopters.
It is a very nice helicopter. I suppose we should give them a call.
All right. Do you want to do that, or should I?
Alright, do you want to call them, Devil?
Yes, but I'm not sure anyone else wants me to. Hello?
I'll carry it away. I'm already heading to Elysium, so if we're meeting there, you gotta meet me eventually anyway.
Alright. I will randomly call people.
Yeah, alright then.
Alright, random call.
I randomly answer.
Alright.
This is Father Torn.
Can you hear us, Devil?
Hello? Click. Telemark.
Shoot, I think we might have lost Devil.
Carletta also makes a phone.
Who is Carletta calling, Mom?
She's calling. Carlotta is calling Victor.
Alright, you call Victor.
Hi, could I please speak with Victor? Could you tell him it's Carlotta?
Good evening, my dear.
Victor, I have some questions about this vote coming up. I don't really know how I feel about it, and I usually have accepted your counsel because you seem to have a beat on things. Do you have any input?
Well, really doesn't matter, my dear. We're not going to vote.
That's true, but I'm just trying to think if there's anything we need to share to sway any of the powers that be.
Oh. We may be in for a surprise this evening, my dear. Just keep your eyes open.
I can do that, and thank you.
But as far as them voting for James or not, I wouldn't worry my pretty head.
I feel better. Thank you, Victor.
You're welcome, my dear.
Welcome back, Devil.
Why, thank you. I apologize for that. Thunderstorm in the area is causing brownouts.
Stay safe.
I mean, I've only been hit by electricity once before.
Have you really?
Yep.
Wow, I thought you were joking when you first said that, and that had to hurt.
Oh, yeah, I got hit in the eye with electricity. It was fun.
Oh my god, is your eye okay?
Well, I had problems with the eye for about a month, but yeah, it's fine now, except for a bit of floating material in it.
What were you doing to do that?
I was cutting through an electrical wire.
Active, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the light switch did say it was off. Anyway, neither here nor there. Did people call or what?
So you called Father Torn first. I said, hello? Hello? You didn't answer. I said, click, damn telemarketer.
Okay, I'll call him back first again and be like, "Hey, you've won a all expense paid trip to a no, yeah, you're here to be. Do you want to get picked up?"
Good evening, Miss Jessica. Yes, I would not mind a ride.
Lovely. We'll come swing by.
I shall be ready.
Okay. And I will go on to call the next person.
Alright.
Who's next on your list?
Random roll. We will go with okay. We will go with Victor.
So, Victor, you're receiving a call.
Yes, this is Victor Bridgefoot.
Hi, Victor! You've won an all-expense-paid helicopter ride!
Really?
Yes! Just meet me on your front lawn!
Oh, this should be good. He hangs up and goes out his front door.
And waits for his anti-aircraft guns to kick on.
That'd be great.
Alright.
So yeah, I'd call the next person on my list, which is Cappy.
Alright. I got a cell phone, so I was given one as I recall, so I pick it up and answer. It says Rick.
Oh, hello, Rick. You don't want to ride, do you?
Where's it taking us?
Oh, around the moon and back to Earth.
I have a feeling it's taking us somewhere important, so I'll take the ride.
Oh, okay. Where do you live?
Yeah, oh, silly. Did we say that I'm staying with Victor currently, or where did we say I was staying? I can't remember.
I put you up with some of my homeless folks.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, dear Lord.
I don't remember you staying with Victor. I feel like Victor would not allow you to stay at his
Yeah,
house.
I wouldn't think so either.
Actually, the last I remember of it, yeah, he was staying in my guest house, and I informed him that he had to keep it clean.
This is what I recall as well.
Oh,
yeah, in that
you have a
case,
vague memory.
I do remember something like that. Yeah, I thought it was somebody at Victor's house. That does sound right.
There was a big to-do about getting him clean enough to be able to stay there.
I do remember that, definitely.
And then there was the gravy fiasco.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I assume I'd be hearing the helicopters. I'm kind of walking out front anyway.
So what I am really hearing is that you have a especially large dog house for your dog.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Son of a bitch.
Oh.
Well, that's what you are.
Yeah, I'm aware of this.
Well, no, I mean, if you are considered a dog and you're a male, you are a son of a bitch.
Funny. I could just really make myself at home in that place. Make it a real gangrel haven.
Oh, that wouldn't last long with me.
You're more of the pampered poodle, less of the grungy Rottweiler.
I don't know, he likes being grungy. You just
You
do
have
it.
ribbons in your hair.
You just do this and get kicked out.
Who's a good girl? Who's a good
So's
girl?
the poodle.
So pretty.
Indeed, says the poodle.
Ain't no damn poodle.
No, he's more like a Shih Tzu.
Hey, that's our shit. That's my dog. So I just did that, and my dog come running up the stairs.
We got a Shih Tzu here too. She's upstairs.
I believe last on my list is Carlotta.
Hello?
Hi! Have you ever been in the air before?
What reference are we looking at? I've been in the air a few times.
Lovely! Where do you live?
Downtown. Who is this?
This is a person! I swear!
Okay. And was your mother a human as well?
No, she was an aircraft!
Haha.
Drat, they found out! So downtown, don't suppose there's any, landing pads nearby?
Probably on top of my building.
Okay, because the other option is to jump out of a window.
Well, were you speaking about me jumping out of a window or you jumping out of a window?
I've already jumped out of a window, it's your turn.
Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll skip that little joy of being airborne.
Well, how about the helicopter route landing on the top of your roof?
Well, that sounds fascinating.
Okay. So yeah, we'll go and collect everybody.
Do you have a... Out of character, is this a real helicopter that you have?
Yes.
Yes.
I was waiting to see what showed up.
Yeah, me too.
What's really great is that she called you while they were still out in the burbs, I would guess. So, and like called all of you in succession, which means like you all went to wait outside or wherever, and like it's probably going to be an hour or so before she actually shows.
Well, probably less than an hour because you can fly straight, so it's probably more like 30 minutes or so.
Because it's Jessica that I'm waiting for, I fully expect it could be tomorrow night.
Actually, I'm not going out till I hear the blades. Helicopters are not quiet.
So I'm guessing we pick up Torin first?
Yeah,
Jessica.
that would probably be the smart thing. Go in the order that I called.
I perform a blessing upon the helicopter, just because of who's.
It sneezes.
Good evening, lady and gent. Thank you for the.
Greetings, Father Torin.
Hi there. You're all about heavenly objects, right?
Among other things.
You'll fit right in. Welcome to the Icarus.
At the name of the Icarus, I check to make sure that there's no feathers and wax on the rope.
No, but there is painted wings on the side.
We're not going
And
to
the
the
boy
sun.
falling.
What was that?
And a boy falling.
Just disconnected from those wings. Just a
Yep.
boy falling on one side. It's fine.
I love this mental image. Alright, so I think Victor is next, maybe?
Yep, Victor and Rick, who live in the same place because Rick is Victor's dog.
Okay.
So that helicopter comes down in your yard, Bob.
Yeah, it's actually really trashing it up. Like, there's big marks in the grass now that was, like, previously perfectly manicured.
Yep, poor grass.
You will be paying to repair my landscape.
But you asked for the ride.
And you did agree to them landing in the front yard.
Father Torian points out, did you not ask for the ride?
Not that
Or did you not believe Jessica would actually show up with an actual helicopter?
And we only damaged your dog's peeing spot.
Ha ha. Keep talking, dickhead. I climb aboard the chopper.
Let us go.
I think we lost Devil again. Storm must be
Yeah,
interfering
we
with this
did.
connection.
That's okay. Carlotta is the next stop.
Carlotta hears the blades, so she assumes it's okay to go out now and start climbing up to the landing pad on the top of her.
Okay.
There's not actually a landing pad on top of your place, but there is an area big enough for a helicopter to land if it wanted to.
Oh, okay then.
Welcome back, Duffel. Oh, but you're muted. I'll give him a minute. And sure enough, that helicopter lands there, and the door opens up, and you see your crew.
And the neighbors are pissed.
I notice that Victor is aboard, so I feel that, well, it's reasonably safe to board this helicopter.
Board.
I have performed a blessing on the helicopter.
Oh, that relieves me immeasurably.
I'm glad it relieves you, but
Oh, people are relieved. Does that mean I can fly?
not in the least.
Wrong character.
Though Father Torn does take the center seat away from both sides of it because it is technology, and I make sure that the seatbelt is on. This is my first helicopter ride. Hopefully it feels better than my first time using a cell phone.
I think that for a helicopter ride too. Pretty cool.
Probably, since you're freaking destitute.
Well, yeah, there is that.
This is a mode of transportation that Carlotta has used at times to get her and a couple of her crew to different.
Alright, so the helicopter takes off, and after a little bit, you guys arrive at Elysium. We are gathering back up in the same place as before. So, again, Succubus Club is packed. Lots of people there, lots of licks there. Everything's busy. There's another event going on in kind of the more human, public-facing part of the club. So it's very busy there so that people can easily make it to the non-public part of the club for the big meeting. Jessica, though, because you brought a helicopter, you do attract some attention. Everybody is looking to see what celebrity steps out of this helicopter that arrived. And yeah, and then Mom will... Go ahead.
The lovely thing is no one will know me.
No one will know you, but you do actually have a celebrity with you. So, a number of people would recognize Carlotta. And, you guys have a bit of a crowd now surrounding you as you're trying to just make your way to Elysium.
I guess if we move in a group, we could possibly get through.
I activate Daunt.
Yeah, that might do it.
Alright, so you activate Daunt, and you kind of come off like a big old bodybuilder kind of attitude. Not bodybuilder. Bodyguard is the word I wanted.
I was just wondering, you can retrieve this body and... What?
Sorry.
Do you want legs like these?
I pick things up and put them down.
I pull rope.
Alright, so, so I'm guessing as you do this, you kind of, like puff yourself up and move towards maybe the front of the...
Correct.
Alright, are you trying to actively intimidate these people, or just kind of give off a vibe of, like, everybody needs to step up?
I'm just trying to give off the vibe.
Okay. So, some of the people are kind of scared as they see, Ryan go into his big old puff up and look all tough and, leading the group along. So some of them do start to dissipate, but you do have a couple, like, more intense fans that are still, kind of hounding you guys.
It's good to see you all. We're going to need to go in now to this building, but thank you very much. All of you take care. I love you all.
Oh my god, I love you too! Oh my god! But please, just an autograph! Oh my god!
I will find someone.
Carlotta quickly signs a few and then moves forward.
Jessica will join in signing, just because, why not?
Especially since you're illiterate, so you're just fucking scribbling.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Fans just kind of give you a weird look. Like, they aren't really sure what to say. They're too excited about getting the autograph from Carlotta. You know, they don't want to like mess it up by being like, "What the? Who are you?"
Victor comes up behind Jessica. Come along, my dear. This moment is not.
I mean, it seems like it's for me. I'm in this moment. Am I not in this moment? This is not my
No.
moment.
No, you are not. This is.
Then where am I? Where am I?
Let's go inside and find you.
Okay.
Said every rapist.
So, Carlotta, I'm gonna give you a little advice since you are a little bit famous and you need to be a little bit discreet when going to Elysium. It may behoove you to, you know, go under a mild disguise of, you know, like giant sunglasses, like, you know, maybe some sort of headscarf or something.
I can dress you as a nun.
I indeed don these and walk a little bit fast.
You don't don them here.
Well, I mean, might as well at this point. You've got Ryan or Joseph is kind of intimidating more people from approaching you. You've kind of satisfied the few more intense fans now with autographs. So it's not the best place, but I mean, at this point, like if she can cover up real quick and you guys can get inside, it's your best shot at not having people mob you.
Fair enough.
And that's where Carlotta's going with this one.
Alright, so you guys kind of rush up to the private area, and you know, of course, you're admitted. And similar to last time in the big meeting area, everything is all set up again. There's a small, or not a small, but like a reasonably sized elevated stage once again, where there are chairs set up for the council, what you assume will be the council and the prince, and perhaps maybe there's one up there for Garrett as well. People are milling about still. Nothing has officially started. It's still kind of the early stages where people are just gathering together and chatting with each other.
Guess I'm just kind of observing stuff for now. Not really sure who to talk to do at the moment. Just kind of keeping an eye on stuff.
Alright, I am, You know what, I'm gonna stick with Jessica. It's not like anyone likes me here anyways besides her.
That's fair.
Plus, she's suspicious of people in her own clan. It makes more sense for me to stick with her.
Okay. Is anybody else? Are you like heading straight to your seats? Are you guys sticking together or breaking off to your clans? What about the rest of you?
Do the Lasombra have a large group here or no?
Not really. Because remember, you guys are not officially part of the Camarilla. So, I mean, Elysium is open to anybody, but it really does tend to mostly be the Camarilla, and it's the Camarilla members who are the focus of the invitations for this event, because it's the council that's voting, and only the Camarilla clans, although not even all of them, have any representation on that council.
I will stay with the group then.
Yeah, Carlotta's actually staying with the group as well right now.
Yeah, might as well stay with the group.
Victor's going to his seat.
Victor's had enough of all of you fucking up his lawn.
The damn kids on my lawn.
Get off my
lawn!
Wasn't my part the lawn got messed up?
Yes, it is. You peed on it first.
No. I'm not that much of a dog.
I know what you do in the yard.
Yeah, no.
I know what you buried there.
Emergency rations.
It was a bone.
I don't eat bones, thank you.
But boners.
Praise Galia.
Praise Talia.
Alright, so you guys kind of, for the most part, move together, and, you know, as Carlotta takes off the sunglasses and whatever, you know, of course a few people want to approach and chat with her for a little bit. Victor, as you sit down, there's plenty of Ventru that are coming up to talk to you. But again, you know, it's all just kind of chit-chat at the moment.
For purposes of mingling, I'm going to remain at a distance, just observing things. I don't want to draw attention to myself.
Okay. So you're kind of just lingering off to the side.
Yeah, says, you know, like you said, my clan isn't really relevant in this case, so I'm more of an observer anyway.
Well, if any of my clan are even here.
We got you, Joseph.
I don't think any of them watch that show.
It's alright. So, Jessica, shall we go take a seat?
Yeah, that sounds like a great time. See. By the way, tonight's not gonna end well.
I realize that.
Hmm. Oh well, nothing we can do about it right now. Woohoo!
That's true.
So, about this time, they start calling for people to take their seats, which is, you know, where you guys were moving anyways. So, you know, see people starting to drift off to their seats, and the council, you know, mounts a few steps up to the little, you know, stage or whatever. And of course you see the prince, you know, also head on up there. You do not see Garrett up on the stage. If you look around though, you'll see him, you know, near the front in the crowd. And as everybody kind of settles in and things start to quiet down a little bit, the prince steps up to the microphone and says, "Hello, everyone." Waits a minute for things to quiet just a little bit more.
Yeah, Jessica will say hello.
He just smiles a little bit. And as things quiet down, he continues. Well, we've taken a month to reflect on the proposal brought to us, and many of you have taken advantage of the opportunity to speak with your representatives, our council here behind me. And he kind of gestures to the side, indicating the council, and they all, kind of like wave or nod, whatever. And he's like, "So, tonight we come together to hold the vote and to publicly announce the decision. Thank you all for coming."
Ryan, I sent you a deal.
And so they proceed to have each of the council members write down on like a card in front of them what their vote is, and they give them time to deliberate, but there's not a lot of hesitation. They came in here knowing how they were going to vote, with the time that they were given. They weren't struggling with their decision. They came here prepared. So after a few minutes of breathless silence among the crowd, they start to reveal their cards, and so the prince starts it off, turning to Sun, and he says, "Sun, you were the one to officially announce this nomination. How do you vote?" And Sun raises his card, and it says, "Yes." And Sun says, "I believe the right choice is to have him join us. The more banded together we are, the stronger we will be." And then it moves to Khalid, the Nosferatu Primogen, if you know these things. And the prince says, "Have you decided?" And I believe this is a she, responds, "Yes, I have decided," and raises her card. It's another yes. And she says, "There are Caitiff among us. We cannot ignore that. I don't see any reason they shouldn't have the representation that any of the clans would have." And the prince nods and turns to Critias, the Bruja Primogen. And he says, "Have you decided?" And he pauses for a second, just kind of looking down at his card. And then he lifts it up, and it says, "No." And he says, "I don't see why somebody who has not yet proven his value to the Camarilla and done something of true importance should join, especially somebody who is clanless, when not all of the clans have their own representation here." There are some murmurs among the crowd. It seems that this may not have been what was expected. But the prince does not seem to react to any of it, and keeps a straight face, turns next to Annabelle, the Toreador Primogen, and asks, "Have you decided?" And she nods, "Yes," raises her card, says yes. And she says, I do not see any reason to be concerned about him joining the council. He has been involved in settling some of the restlessness that has plagued us. And I feel like more representation will only benefit us. And then finally the prince turns to Rosa and asks, do you have a decision? And Rosa looks up and says, yes, I do. And raises her card, and it says no. But if you've been keeping track, you realize the reason why she maybe doesn't look very happy is that her vote doesn't matter anymore. A majority decision was reached. James is on the council. And so the prince collects the cards from each of them, and he says, well, it seems that we have our decision. And James Garrett, would you please stand up? And he does, and the prince starts a round of applause for him, expecting, people to join in. And most do. Most are not going to look, like detractors in front of the prince.
So, polite applause.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's like actual applause, some of it people don't care, some of it's just, polite applause. There's probably a couple people that are just kind of like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care.
I spit on the floor.
Like Joseph! And so James... Oh, go.
Do I see Ciara in the room?
Sierra?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's there.
I want to take a look at her face to see how she's reacting to this.
It seems mostly neutral, but after your meeting with her, you have a little bit of insight to her expression, and you notice that the corners of her mouth are downturned just a little bit. She doesn't seem like she's terribly happy with this decision.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so James Garrett steps up onto the stage at the prince's request and comes up to the microphone, and he shakes hands with the prince and says, yes, thank you, and looks towards Sun and says, thank you, Sun, for all of your support and your mentorship as I've paid my duty to the Camarilla, and I look forward to continuing that duty in an even greater capacity, with the ability to represent our people in a fuller way. And he turns towards the crowd. And thank you. I know that not all of you spoke in my defense, but I appreciate your candor. I think the future is going to require us to have open and honest communication. And so while I would love to have all of your unconditional support, I understand that is not realistic, and what I would really rather have is your honesty and your commitment to the Camarilla, and that's what I really want to bring to this position, is a commitment to our principles. I want to keep us strong, united against those who would oppose us. And I think that by your grace, you've made the right choice in having me join this council. And I hope that I can start to make a difference as soon as possible. Thank you. And another round of kind of polite applause. goes through. And the prince comes back up to the microphone and he says, well, thank you all for joining us for the big announcement. Please feel free to, stay, enjoy the evening. We're going to have extra refreshments available since everybody was so good to come out to see the outcome of the vote. And we look forward to the evening with you. And then he kind of steps away, and it's kind of clear that you're all essentially dismissed. So people start getting up from their seats. Are you all just sitting in your seats blankly, or are you doing something?
I mean, Jessica will go. Called it.
Indeed you did, my dear.
And now what happened?
Well, now he joins the council. That's what.
No, I was referring to you, Jessica. You called it, now what happened?
Oh, nothing good.
What is that supposed to mean?
What does anything mean?
I've actually gone to sit near Victor.
Would you care to elaborate further? Nothing good happens is rather vague.
Vague is good. It's not that.
Do keep in mind, we're not Malkavians like you. We need more than vague to understand what the hell you're talking about.
Vague is vaguely what I'm talking about, actually, because it's all vague. It's all Malkavian. It's inside my head. Like little cockroaches clawing their way through brain tissue. Just squelching their way out to, like, claw at my eyes and come out my eyelids.
I get some bug spray and prep.
Why did I even bother to ask?
I'm quite sure, my dear, that's not what's inside your head. Your head is more like... probably 9 wild cats. Tied in a sack.
9 wildcats. 9 times 9 would be... 80? No. I can't do math. That's a lot of lives.
81 to be precise, my dear.
Well, never be precise. Precision always leads to fruition. And fruition leads to malnutrition. Because fruits, you need meat.
Is the gangrel pretty much in there? Curious to ask her opinion on the results.
I mean, she's there, but you're probably not going to just get an audience with her tonight.
Alright.
Especially since your advice ran counter to how she voted.
Yeah.
Oh.
None of the rest of you know that.
I know, but it's kind of funny.
The opinion is based on his experience with the guy, so...
Don't feel bad. My advice went the opposite direction as well.
Yeah, it actually turned out that Mom was the swing vote here.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Sad to say.
Victor stands up and goes off to find his clan.
With lowered voice. So, who's ready for the Civil War?
Dude, that's not even something to joke about, man.
Especially in here.
What? North versus South?
I think anyone's gonna take Malkavian that seriously anyway.
Oh, I
Take
suppose, huh?
I suppose I could just kick back, grow one of my claws, and just pick my teeth. For no real reason.
If I get an
Cappy,
opportunity,
hold on. Cappy, what are the rules of Elysium again?
Oh yeah, no
dear.
powers. That would be considered a power, wouldn't it?
Yes.
No obvious powers.
if I get an opportunity to congratulate Mr. Garrett, I do so.
You will have an opportunity, but Bob did say something about going to meet his clan that I wanted to go back to.
Okay.
Are you looking for somebody in particular?
All of them.
Well, you're not going to quite find all of them literally together.
Well, the ones that are here, and I send out word that whoever else of the Ventru is here this evening might want to come and hear this.
Okay.
Trails behind Victor as well, and kind of stays close.
And Victor turns to her and says, "This is our clan business, my dear. You may go back to your family."
So she heeds his word, although she's somewhat disappointed.
So after a little bit of time passes, maybe 10-15 minutes, many of the Ventru have gathered around. They've kind of broken off from some of the discussions that they've had, because they want to hear what Victor has to say. So you kind of have the floor right now. Have at it.
Friends, how many of you, by the way, out of character, Lord, did we vote yes or no?
You do not have a representative on the Permagent Council, so the Ventru didn't really get representation here.
Ah, okay.
In fact, one might assume that many Ventru may be outraged that a caitiff got representation before the Ventru did.
That's right. Friends, I'm sure you agree with me that there was a great miscarriage of justice that was just performed this evening, right before our very eyes, when the caitiff now have council, have representation on the council, as we do not. Therefore, I'm putting myself forth as a true son of Loden, as Primogen for the Ventru, and will demand our rights on the count.
Nods and murmurs start to go through the crowd. Approving looking nods for the most part.
I look at the ones that seem to be disapproving. Have you something to say? Or madam, as the case may be. Do you disagree with both my estimation of what happened and putting myself forward as our Primogen?
One of them speaks up. Well, I would want to see what the prince has to say about it. It seems that you're making quite a grand call without consulting the prince at all. Perhaps he doesn't think that this was a miscarriage of justice, as you like to put it.
Do you agree with what happened this evening? Do you agree that the Caitiff should have representation and the Ventru do not?
One could argue that we do. Maybe not on the council itself, but we have a greater role within the Camarilla right now.
Well, the Prince, he represents what's good for the city and what's good for himself. He does not necessarily represent what's good for the Ventru, and that is a voice that is sadly lacking on this Do you disagree with that?
They kind of shake their heads. Oh,
Wow.
it's hard to argue with that. But I'd like you, Bob, to roll me a. Let me think about this. Manipulation and persuasion, I think would be good. I would also take an argument for leadership if that would be preferable to you. Also, I don't think you were rolling right earlier, so when you press the button to roll, make sure you select the attribute that you want to roll along with it. So, under the skill that you want, press the dice button to the right of that skill, and then it'll ask you about which attribute you want.
Right, yeah, that's what I did. And you said this one was charisma or manipulation?
I feel like you're a little more on the manipulation side of things. Oh man.
Damn, bud.
That's how you do that.
Oh, Bob. Alright.
Yeah.
Might as well throw away that one. That one don't mean nothing right now. Not with all that.
Hey, Bob, do you have specializations in persuasion by any chance?
3 dots.
So no, not yet. Okay.
So there's a lot more approving nods now. You don't really see any kind of dissent among the, not that, necessarily everybody's going to be public about their opinion, but there are no visible dissenters that you are noticing.
Very good. If none of you have anything else to say, and none of you has the courage to step up, then I am putting myself forth as the Primogen for the Ventru.
There's kind of a round of applause for you.
And I think it would behoove us all to stand together when I go see the Prince.
So, a woman stands up that you've seen before. You know her as Naomi. And she says, I'll support you as you aim for that seat. If you want, I'd even be willing to announce your nomination.
And what is your name, my dear?
Naomi.
Naomi. You know her as Naomi. Or at least you should know her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is she has the ear of the prince, so this is kind of a big deal.
Wow.
All right. My dear, that would be splendid. And he offers her his elbow.
She takes it. You guys look very stately.
And we walk back into the gathering.
Alright. Alright, so Father Torin, you about this time get your shot to talk to James Garrett for a minute. He kind of breaks away from some conversation to grab himself a drink, and you spy your opening.
I step in and cordially say, "Congratulations on your ascendance to the council, Mr. Garrett."
Ah, Father Torin, thank you. I'm very pleased that the council saw fit to have me join.
Yeah. Are you concerned at all that it wasn't unanimous?
No, things are rarely unanimous around here. I expected that, I'd get at least one no. I'm not surprised that there were a couple. Hopefully I can win them over with more time. I know that many of us can be a little more old-fashioned and don't always, adjust to change well, and especially given the recent revealing of my background as a caitiff. I expected that there would just be no realistic way that people would unanimously unite behind me.
Yeah, the old prejudices never will go away for our kind as long-lived as we are. But I fully understand the background issue. I smile, alluding to the fact that, hey, I am what I am.
He also smiles and just says, "Indeed."
But do not let me keep you further, sir. I just wish to give you congratulations before the evening.
My sincerest thanks. I appreciate it.
I nod and I politely disengage so that he may handle whatever else we've been doing.
Alrighty. Is there anything else anything else that anybody else wants to do with the rest of our evening?
Not I can currently think of.
I believe Carlotta says she wants to sing.
I mean, she's certainly able to. I mean, she would have the freedom to do so.
He believes wrong in this case.
Oh, I see. She has changed her mind.
I want to hear her do a pop song.
I want to hear metal.
Sing something.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have anything else, then I think this is a pretty good place to call it. So, last call? Alright, this has been the Story Speakers Guild, bringing you roleplay entertainment. This was Saturday by Night, and we are really excited to have you join us.
Good night.
Please join us on Thursday for Monsters of Primo Magia. And please join us Saturday for Casual Saturday by Night. Sorry, Casual Saturday D&D.
Freudian slip.
It is by night though.
Mm-hmm.
I am aware, but I just thought it'd be a little confusing to say casual Saturday by night.
Yeah.
Our counselor had a Freudian slip there.
And be sure to tune in to the next Chicago by Night where Victor Bridgeford takes over the world. Oh, God.
Well, you gotta get past the council first.
Also, takes over the world. Takes over the world has already been sort of done.
It's
wait.
time. It's time for a new takeover.
Mm.